Hi friends, thank you for joining me for this 10-minute core and upper body strengthening practice with a little bit of release at the end. So give yourself this time to just jump in and take care of developing the strength that will help you function safely and gracefully throughout your day. We're going to start with a basic sit-up. So I'm just going to come down to the floor and we're going to awaken this area of the solar plexus. So what I love about these, we're just going to lift up. You can hold the back of the head and come down to these little teeny crunches. Okay? Now while you're doing this, keep the pelvis quiet. So we're not trying to pull the hips up off the ground. We're going to leave those down, keep your sacrum grounded, and just keep pulling in the upper body. So your rectus abdominis, your most superficial muscles that attach into the ribs, are going to start to activate. And what I like about doing these is then during the course of the day, when you wake this area up, you're going to feel that energy in your solar plexus, and it's going to remind you to hold your strength well at your core. So let's do a few more of these. As you come up, exhale. Inhale, lower. Make sure you're going slow enough that you're not working with momentum, just squeezing and release. So for me, instead of counting, I prefer to just keep going until I feel that gentle heat starting to build into this area. So we're going to do a little bit more here. And if you need to stop and take a break, that's okay. Just work your way up. So yes, these are more like calisthenics, but we're going to make these yogic by paying attention to the breath, our alignment, and our mindset. So let's breathe out like you're blowing a candle out that you're holding between your knees. Let's do 5 more. And then hold it up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Take the hands away from the head, release the neck, and then little teeny pulses. Hold and release it down. So you should feel some heat there in the solar plexus. You're going to bring the feet in a little bit. Press down into the upper arm bones from shoulder to elbow. And then lift at the heart. Let the heart lead, not the pelvis. And really drive your knees away from your head as you lift your chest towards your chin. And let that whole area open up. Let's take a few breaths here. This is a wonderful strengthener for the spinal muscles, the back side of the body, as you're opening the front side. One more full deep breath in. And then to come down, let's push off the heels, tuck the tailbone, and roll down vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae. And now we'll warm up the lower abdominal region along with our psoas muscle, the hip flexor. Again, take the hands behind the head, draw the feet off the floor, draw the knees over the hip joints. If you feel any pressure in the lower back, bring the knees in a little bit closer so you can adjust that. And then bring the shins up parallel to the ceiling. Okay, then we're going to just do our little yogi bicycles. We're just pressing out. You can make it a little circular, which is more like a bicycle. And move it around, but go slow so you can feel how your abdominal wall, your core, is holding you in place. And then while you do this movement, you're strengthening that one muscle that attaches our spine to our leg, the iliopsoas. Notice how that feels. You can keep the legs in closer, the feet in closer if you're just beginning, or if you haven't done these for a while. You can touch out longer, or you can keep them right in the air for that ultimate challenge. Now, the other option, let's take both knees in, lift the head up. So we're adding that upper belly, and then we're going to go right to left. And this time, twist, bringing the elbow to the knee. And let's add the breath. Let's make this a yoga practice. Moving slowly and gracefully, listening to your body. letting your breath carry you side to side. And again, you could just come back and just do the arms, or put the head down, just the legs. So really take your time and work your way into what feels best to you. You want to really hit your maximum edge. You want to feel challenged. That's how you build strength. But you don't want to overdo. You want to come back and do this again tomorrow in some way. Let's do this for 5 more breaths. And then we'll come into center, lower the head. Let's hold the knees and squeeze them in. And then roll up. Okay. We're going to take it around onto the belly in order to stretch out this area that we just worked. So I'm going to come around. Land the belly on the forearms. So a little Sphinx pose. Anchoring the elbows, plant the feet, plant the knees, plant the pelvis, and then lift the heart, lift the head, and lengthen through that solar plexus region. Take some nice deep breaths. Enjoy this practice of bending our spine. If you are a little bit more flexible, you could press into the hands and go in a little bit deeper. It's not for everyone. You can bring the shoulders into a softer position. And then release down. We're going to interlace the fingers, bring the legs close together, push down into the knees, and we're going to tuck the chin. When you draw the chin in, then it's your signal to lift the belly up, bring it up onto the knees. Now, before you go any further, hug your knees and your elbows towards each other. Puff up your kidneys. You want to round that kidney area a little bit so you're not leading with your bottom, and then take the knees up. So no butts up. Bring the butt in, bring the belly in, and then lift your head up and soften in your shoulders a little bit. Let's take 5 deep breaths here. Just one short plank today. 2, 3, just noticing how you can hold your own body weight. If you need to, you can do this from the knees, keeping that structure, keeping that spine neutral. 1 more deep breath in and out. And then lower the pelvis. Bring the feet a little bit apart, take the arms slightly forward, anchor down, open the front line of the body, and relax in your shoulders. Time flies when you're having fun. Let's do 2 more though. Let's take it over to the side. And I'm going to place my forearm down, thumbs up. And we're going to do this easier version today. Hand on the knee. And we're just going to lift and lower. Lift and lower to work those obliques, to work the side body. And also, this is a stabilizer. So we're stabilizing with our shoulders today. We'll do more of the traditional push-ups tomorrow. It's a great way to build the stability around the shoulder blade, into the shoulder girdle, while you're also strengthening the sides of your torso. Now let's hold it up, come off the heel of that foot that's on the floor. Maybe take the arm up into the sky, stretch it overhead, breathing deeply and evenly. And then slowly lower it down, come onto the hip. Okay, we're going to roll onto the belly again. Do that Sphinx pose, open it up. Again, maybe the seal pose, pressing off the hands. Be aware of how your body's speaking to you. Listen to the messages. If it's too much on the lower back, just lower down. Okay, we're going to do the other side now. I'm going to spin around just so I'm still facing you. Okay, come onto the forearm, straighten the lower leg, squeeze those muscles, hand on the knee, and we're just going to lift and lower, lifting your own body weight. Not only does strength give you a sense of connection to your body, is you're going to have a lot of confidence because you're going to be able to move yourself around with a sense of core connection. This is why we call it core connection, because you're going to feel that stability coming inside. So you're going to be more balanced. You're going to have a sense of grace as you walk, even on uneven surfaces. So having that strong core, which is everything that surrounds your spine, okay, is a safety measure for living a healthy life. Let's hold it up now. Take the arm overhead. Take the other arm all the way over. Stretch it out. Lift those ribs to the sky. Nice deep breaths. Release down. Okay, we're going to come onto the hips now, holding the back of the legs, and lift the heart. Okay. Now the arms come out, scoop the belly, watch from the heart lifting. We're going to round the back, come down as far as possible, and draw back up, and lift. Let the shoulders open. Come down, squeeze, all the way up, lift. And again, maybe you can come all the way down, maybe not. Maybe you're just coming part way. You might even have to hold on to the legs. Lift. All the way down perhaps. I like to pretend I'm climbing up a rope. We're going to do 5 more of these. 1, 2, 3. Feel your breath, feel your body, and 5. Holding the legs, bring the knees in, lift and open the chest for a little traditional yoga pose, Navasana. You balance on your hips, legs are hugging together. Bring those shin bones up parallel. See if you can release your arms. Feel any pressure in your lower back. Give yourself support instead. You want to feel the lift of the heart and strength along your spine. Some of you might be able to straighten your legs, maybe lift your arms up. Take a few breaths, floating in your boat. Release, and then you're going to come into a seated position. Sit nice and tall, and then from your belly, circle around. All the way around. Just release all those muscles. You worked front, sides, and back. Other direction. It's a little bit longer than 10 minutes, but you get the gist of it. Now when you walk around during the course of your day, you're going to feel this wonderful hug through the center line of your body, feeling held and protected through all the activity of your day. Enjoy. Namaste.